Waves Genesis is a collection of 4 must-have plugins for live sound. Genesis includes the C4 Multiband Compressor for dynamic equalization and tone shaping, Renaissance DeEsser to control sibilant S and sh sounds, H-Delay to create depth and movement, and Renaissance Reverb for space and atmosphere. Together, these 4 plugins form the basis of an expandable, forward-thinking performance system that's ready to grow and evolve with you and your needs.
Live sound is a dynamic environment where things can constantly be changing. The Genesis bundle from Waves offers 4 great tools that I use in just about all of my mixes. C4 is a powerful tool for managing and maintaining a consistent tonal balance within a mix. The controls are real easy to work with. I use several instances of C4 in just about every mix. My primary application is on vocals. Whenever a vocalist changes their position on the mic, whether it's to pull off because they're going to sing loud, or maybe they're just turning their head to look at a different area of the audience, whenever they do that, their tone can shift. So I'll use C4 to manage those tonal shifts so that my vocalists always sound like themselves. C4 is also helpful with keyboardists and guitarists who are changing their patches all the time. Maybe one minute I'm going from something that's darker and richer to something that might be a little thinner and harsher sounding, and C4 can be used to manage those tonal shifts to keep everything balanced from song to song. One of the places I always use C4 is on my main mix bus. As mixes get louder, we tend to perceive them as being brighter, and in live sound that can also lead to things sounding harsh. So I'll use C4 to manage any harshness that might be popping up in my mix if the band digs in and gets louder, or maybe we just decide to push the mix up a little bit. Whenever we put a microphone up close to our vocalist, the air pressure created from S sounds tends to make our mic capsules go a little crazy, which can result in exaggerated S's and sibilants. Things can further be complicated when we start compressing our vocals, because compressors are often not quite fast enough to catch all the S's, which in turn exaggerates the sibilants even more. Renaissance DeEsser is a great tool for controlling sibilants on a vocalist. Different vocalists often present a variety of sibilant sounds. Some vocalists have more of a sh kind of S sound, which is in more of the 3 to 5K range. And then some vocalists might exhibit more of a whistly kind of sound up in the 7 to 8K range. And Renaissance DeEsser is a great tool to control all of those areas and everything in between. It's very easy to start de-essing with the Renaissance DeEsser by just adjusting the range and threshold controls, but the different modes and filter types offer a lot of flexibility to target a specific S sound or to go for a broader range. H-Delay is a great sounding delay that's really easy to pull up and just start working with. The lo-fi button and modulation controls and the different analog modes offer a lot of different sounds and textures for your delays so that you can go from something sounding more natural to a really unique effect. I'm always running a couple of these on every mix. My first instance I'll use for reverb-like effects to get space and depth on the vocal, and then my second instance I'll use just to ride effects in. I have both instances slaved to a tap tempo pedal, so I can easily tap in a new tempo as the songs change or the band fluctuates. When we start amplifying a vocal in a PA, it can sometimes sound unnaturally dry, even in a reverberant space. Renaissance Reverb has been my main vocal reverb. I'll usually use 2 instances in a mix, with one set to a plate setting and the other set to a hall. I like to use my plate setting to give vocals a little more depth and the sense of being in a natural space. I like to lean on my hall setting when I want a longer reverb, for when I really want a reverb effect to be heard and where I really want to hear the tail. Renaissance Reverb is a really flexible plugin that comes with some great presets to get started. The controls are simple to use, but they still offer a lot of flexibility for control freaks like me. This is a great bundle for getting started with Waves plugins in your mix.